Today, we'll be going over quite a few different product pages to compare what's good versus what's bad. I'll show you exactly what I look for in a great product page and what sets it apart from the rest. If you're new here, my name's Alex. I cover all things related to e-commerce, so if you guys find any value in this video whatsoever, be sure to subscribe and stick around for plenty more to follow. And with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so what I did was I went through and made a very quick presentation. So what I want to talk about very quickly is what goes into a great product page, what criteria you should be looking for, and what you should include on your own pages. And then we'll talk about what to avoid entirely. So from there, we'll go on and we'll actually go through Google and try to find a ton of different product pages ourselves and compare them all. We'll find some good ones, some bad ones, and some examples that could use some more work that are getting there. So let's go ahead and get started on this. So what makes a good product page? Criteria that you want to keep in mind are detailed images and GIFs. So I don't mean images pulled directly from AliExpress, but I mean images that you go through on Photoshop or Canva and you add your own touches. And then GIFs of the product in use are great for the customer to see. Reviews, they can either be imported or legit reviews from your own store. So there's a ton of different apps where you can actually import reviews directly from AliExpress, and that's what I do a lot of times when I'm getting started. And then allow customers to go through and fill in their own reviews later on. You want to include scarcity, so you can say, only a certain amount left, or this sale ends tonight, or free shipping until this time. So there's a ton of different ways you can include scarcity, but you do not want to go overboard with that. So we'll talk about that a little bit in the next slide. But like I mentioned earlier, no AliExpress content. So you don't want any of those AliExpress images with random words thrown throughout, or just phrases that don't make any sense, or even AliExpress descriptions with a ton of different details that do not need to be included. That just makes your website look a little spammy and scammy, and that's just not a good look overall. You want to be including upsells and quantity discounts. So upsells, if you're selling, one product that relates to another, you can put that product down there and say frequently bought together, something like that. And quantity discounts, you see that a lot of times where it'll say you can buy one, or it'll say like buy two, save 20% off, buy three, save 30%, stuff like that. So there's a ton of different apps that can get you set up doing that, and it's very easy to get started. So email sign-up forms, those little pop-ups that appear on your screen, they can either just appear after a certain amount of time or when the user is ready to exit your website. But basically what that does is it offers an incentive, like a 10% off code or like free shipping or something like that, as long as you enter your email. And that's a great way to build your email list and continue running those promotions. And then branding is a very good aspect of any store. Make sure you're putting your logo on things and using different phrases that relate to your brand, and kind of just, brand your website overall and make everything tie together and look nice. And then FAQs, frequently asked questions. That's a great section to have at the bottom of your page for any customers that are on the fence about it. A lot of people have the same questions about things, so you can actually go through on other pages or Amazon listings and stuff like that and see the FAQs on there and get some of those ideas yourself. But these are definitely a great list of things to include on your product pages, and that's really what sets apart a great product page from a decent or a bad product page. So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what you actually want to avoid on your product pages. So you do not want to come across as spammy by any means. Spam equals scam according to the customer's eyes. So what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times people have too many offers in place, too many scarcity tactics, too many upsells, stuff like that, and the product page just looks horrible. Too many trust badges, everything else that relates to that. So a lot of times, like for the scarcity aspect, it'll say like 3 left, and then it'll say sale ends tonight, and then it'll say, order by this time to receive free shipping. Those are too many offers placed at once. You guys can test different offers, but I wouldn't throw too many at them all at once. Like a lot of times you'll see like a good set of trust badges here, more trust badges down here, more trust badges down here. Why do you have to build the trust that much? A lot of times it will be untrustworthy to your customer if they just see too much thrown at them all at once, and it just really relays that it's a scammy store to them. Scarcity tactics are great, but like I just mentioned, you do not want to overuse it and make your website spammy. So a lot of times, like I said, you'll see the buy now to receive this, order by tonight, you'll see the little countdown timer, or you'll see the actual bar with like the inventory running down. So it'll say like 4 left, and then it'll drop down to like 3 left, or sale ends in 2 hours. You really do want to avoid that. And a lot of times you'll see like the shaky buy now buttons and stuff, or too many pop-ups thrown at you, and those are just things you want to avoid entirely. Some of them are good. A lot of them work great standalone, but you just do not want to combine too many things all at once. And I'm sure we'll run into a few of these examples when we start actually looking at these stores ourselves. But until then, that's just something you want to avoid. Do not make every product on sale unless you're running a store-wide promotion. So a lot of times people will click shop now or just start browsing through all your different products, and every single product is on sale for like 50% off, 75% off, and that just does not seem legit. So that's not very trustworthy in the customer's eyes unless you actually put it out there that you're running a store-wide promotion. But why would every product be on sale all at once? So a lot of times that's a great incentive to buy. You can say like, we're running a 50% off discount, or here's a 50% off code. We don't do this often, limited time sales, stuff like that. But if every product is on sale, it just doesn't make sense. And then AliExpress descriptions and unedited photos from AliExpress. So a lot of times AliExpress descriptions are horrible. It's just a bunch of bullet points of useless nonsense that just doesn't matter to your customers. So a lot of times the stuff on there will be useful, but you can incorporate it in a different aspect. So you can kind of tell a story throughout your product page and then give them the specifications, what the material's made out of. And then same with unedited photos. So a lot of times you'll see photos on AliExpress with random words thrown all throughout, or the product in use with too many, pop-ups on the picture. A lot of times you can actually use those photos, but you just want to go through on like Canva and Photoshop and touch it up a little bit. And it's also good to add like your logo and some custom aspects of branding on there as well. Okay, so now I want to dive into some specific examples of good versus bad product pages so we can actually go through and evaluate them. So we'll just go on Google and we'll find a bunch of different listings for the same product so that it actually makes sense and we can compare. So for the sake of this video, I think I want to use that nose blackhead remover that you see advertised all over, since there's so many different examples of it and some really good brands built around it. So what we'll do is a very quick Google search like blackhead nose remover or blackhead remover Shopify, something like that. I'll show you guys how to find different Shopify pages and we will compare. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll just go through really quick on Google and type in the product that we want in Shopify so we can actually find some Shopify pages around this. So we'll just type in blackhead remover Shopify and see what comes up. So right here, all of these are Google ads. These are stores that are running their Google ad promotions right now. If you just scroll down here, these are stores that are doing really good or worked on their SEO and are popping up at the top of Google. So what I'll do is I'll go through, I'll open a ton of these in different tabs right now and I'll compare it. And I'm going to try to find 2 good pages, 2 bad pages, and 2 pages that could use some improvement. So we'll meet back up and we'll go over each one of those pages in just a moment. Okay, so the first product page that I found that I really like is from Revive Skin. So let's go over all this right here. They have their motto at the top: refine, restore, rejuvenate your skin with this advanced at-home facial treatment. So I really like that part. They have the title right here. I really like the title, how they added their branding into that. They're really doing a good job implementing their branding onto the website. One thing I would change right off the bat that I can notice is this reddish add to cart button. I feel like the coloring throws this off a little bit. I would change that to match the banner or the logo a little bit more, but that's just me. They are utilizing a 50% off sale. As you can see, it's on sale for $59.99 from $119.99. And then it even matches that on the top of the banner right here. So they are running a store-wide promotion like we mentioned in the slides. It says take up to 50% off site-wide for a limited time. They have the reviews right here, which we'll go over at the bottom. I really like the product images that they're using on here. So they have their logo and their branding on all of these, Revive Skin, all of that. They have like the before and afters, how it works, stuff like that. I do like this trust badge right here. One thing I would change as well is under the quantity right here, I would add some like quantity discounts, so like buy 2, save 20% or something like that. But yeah, they have all the features and benefits right here. Right here, they have the as seen on. This is a form of social proof. I highly doubt this brand has been on all of these different websites, but you never know. They have what is it and how does it work. I really like that with another add to cart button. I wouldn't reuse the trust badges as many times as these people are, but that's just me. I'm not sure if it really would deter a customer away from your product page. And then they have the how it works. This should be used on literally every product page that you're creating, unless it's something that explains itself, but this is a great thing to include. So I really like this right here, the how it works. And then they have the before and after showing the results. They have a couple different GIFs down here and all the add to cart buttons and stuff like that. So they're doing a very good job. 10 minutes once per week. Yeah, so I really like everything on this product page, to be honest. And then look right here, they have their FAQs like I mentioned. So You can go through all of these and see that. And then they have the reviews. So these look like legit customer reviews. I'm not too sure if these are imported from AliExpress, but you never know. And yeah, and I like this little banner down here, the free express shipping, 90-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 customer support, and then satisfaction guarantee. I really like the way this company did with all of their branding, and I would give them an A+ on this product page, with just a couple different things to change in my personal opinion, but I really do think they did a great job. So let's move on to one more good page. We'll go over everything they did great, and then we'll move on to some poor examples. Alright, so the next example I like is from Plucky Panda. So it's the ultimate blackhead remover. Looks like they're utilizing another 50% off sale. Yeah, it says it right there, and it says New Year discount applied, order now. So I'm not sure why they have that on there. It's 6 months after New Year, I'm not really sure. But I do like the custom branding they have on here. So the add to cart button and the first layer of text right here matches their logo and everything else. They have the before and after pictures. I would add their logo on and do a little bit more branding on the product images, but that's not exactly essential. So yeah, they have the different the product in different uses over here, explaining how it works, what's included in the kit, and everything else. So the product pictures are really good, very detailed and high quality. They have this little motto right here to lead into the description. Then it talks all about how it works, what it is, the before and afters, the features. They actually have a YouTube video down here, which is really cool. It's unavailable, so they might want to fix that really quick. But it's always a great idea for your homepage if you're building like a one product store, or your product page if you're highlighting one single product, to include a YouTube video. So this can be clips you found across AliExpress, or this can actually be custom content that you shoot yourself. I highly recommend shooting the content yourself and creating your own YouTube videos, but that's a great way to build your brand. And then they have this basic little trust badge down here with all of these reviews as well. So, and they get an A+ from me. So let's move over and look at some actual poor quality product pages and what sets them apart from these great product pages we just looked at. Alright, so this one is from Brookstone. So this is the portable blackhead remover. They're not exactly running a 50% off sale, but at normal price was $80. It's on sale for $50. So they also have the 4 interest-free payments right there. I do like that. I'll give them credit on that. But let's look at this. So they don't really have any branding implemented on here. It looks like they're just using basic AliExpress images. Like, I'm not sure why they wouldn't cut that out or anything like that, but let's keep going. This description, I do not like anything about this description, to be honest. This just looks like a basic AliExpress description. They could have added photos or GIFs or even made the description bigger. What if you're older and you can't read all this? Like, come on, I don't know what they're doing with that. There are no reviews on it, so I get if there's no reviews left on your product yet, but on the bare minimum, they are used as social proof. So if someone sees that nobody's purchased this yet, they're most likely not going to want to be the first. So even if you have to, just grab a few reviews from AliExpress and throw those on there. I mean, if it's for the same product, they are legit reviews. So that is a good practice to do, is make sure there are some reviews because they can be used as social proof. But I'm not really liking the way they did this product page. There's really no incentives to buy, no quantity discounts. It is on sale, that's about it. I do like the interest-free payments, but there's no branding. There's not a great product description written. And the coloring on it is just basic and everything else. So I'm not a big fan of this page, but let's move on to another poor product page and see exactly what sets them apart from the great ones we just went over. Okay, so for the last poor example, we have a product from Gizmo Express. This is the Electric Acne Remover Pore Vacuum Cleaner with 5 adjustable suction power settings and 6 replacement probes. So I do not like that product title right off the bat. There's too much included. If you're gonna say the 5 adjustable suction power settings and 6 replacement probes, just include that in the description. Include that as part of the product features and benefits. And even on the product images right here, that's all included. So you really don't need to throw that on the title. I would just include it in the description, but that's just me. So their add to cart button does match this banner up here, but it has nothing to do with their logo, so I don't know about that. They have the add to cart and checkout with PayPal button. And then it's on sale, not 50% off, but close. Normal price $25.99. It's on sale for $16.99 right now. So let's look at these actual product images right here. It does look like some basic images just drawn from AliExpress, and I'm honestly not a big fan. So some of the actual images are high quality, but there's too much words, too much random phrases thrown throughout, and I'm just not a big fan of it. I do like the measurements and specifications right there. But going down, is just a basic AliExpress description. Once again, just bullet points of the materials and what's included and stuff like that, like power 5 watts, suction 65 kPa, weight 6 ounces. Like, nobody's going to care about any of this. You can throw that in when you're like writing a really good description and kind of telling a story about the product. That's one thing I stress about a lot, is I tell people you want to tell a story with your product descriptions. You want to go through, talk about how it works, why you should be interested in buying it, and how it can solve the problem that you're facing. So you really want to go through and tell a story with each product, and this just fails to do that. FAQs, why have that section if they're not even going to include any on there? Same with reviews, they haven't even imported any from AliExpress. They do have the you may also like, so they do have some upsells there, but that's really about it on this. There's no convincing, there's no scarcity aspects, there's no trust badges. There's really nothing to this product page, and it really wouldn't convince me to buy from them. So let's go through right now and look at 2 more decent product pages that could use a little bit of improvement and talk about why. Okay, so this product page is from Luke Ladies. So let's talk about what makes it a good page and what makes it a bad page. So it's electric vacuum blackhead remover. I'm not really seeing any branding from this page whatsoever yet, other than the coloring. I will give them that. I will give them credit on that right here. The add to cart button does match some of their colors over here and all that. But I'm just not seeing any branding. Too many images thrown throughout. Like, why do you need this and this at the same time? I guess they do have the before and after use, but I'm not sure about including all the contents if you're going to include it in this picture and this picture. It's just too much all at once. Yeah, they're definitely using some product images just grabbed from AliExpress. Why do they Photoshop a strawberry on this person's nose and the seeds coming off into the blackhead remover? I do not understand that whatsoever. I actually just noticed that. I do not like this right here. That doesn't make any sense either. Shipping, why are there options for shipping and it only says shipping? So a lot of times when you're importing products from Oberlo, it will say like shipping options. You can say ship from US, ship from China, Spain, France, Australia, wherever they're offering shipping from. But you do want to remove that a lot of times. So I don't like that, the shipping, the quantity. They could add quantity discounts on there. So far, no branding. The product page is kind of messy. It's not put together well. Too many images, too many repeat images, but I do like the description, off to a good start right here. I do like the GIF showing it in use and everything else there, so they're doing good on that. The features, they could organize this section a little bit more to look nicer on the eye, but I do like the way they do throw images throughout this. There might be too many, and this kind of looks like the AliExpress product descriptions, and then they're using some of the AliExpress product images, so I would change that up a little bit. Kind of use, only high quality images and a few, but they did add their logo onto there, so I do like that. There's a little bit of the branding aspect on these images, so they're doing good there. They don't have any reviews yet. They do have the upsells, which is pretty cool. So the coloring's good. The branding could be improved a little bit more. They should be a little more selective with their product images, but they are doing a decent job in the description, highlighting the features and benefits, but it should flow a little bit more. So instead of bullet points, you guys should be writing paragraphs, kind of telling a story and allocating everything specifically. So having different sections explaining, how it works, why it can help solve your problem, and why you should buy from us, and then like the product and use before and after, stuff like that. So avoid basic AliExpress stuff and you should be fine. So let's look at one more decent example and talk about what we would do differently to improve the product page. Okay, so this one is from Micro Market. So they're off to a really good start, but they could use a little bit of improvement, to be quite honest. So I do like their product pictures on here. They are doing a good job with that. They could add some branding. So yeah, these are the basic images from AliExpress. I don't see why you would have both of these on there at the same time, showing what's included in the packaging and then so many different like before and after. So I'm not sure about that. I do like the high quality just product image right here, but they could slap their logo onto that. It's $28.45. They're not running a sale or anything. Their colors don't really match their brand. As you can see, their logo is black and white, and then the banner up here is bright green, and then everything else is purple and red. So I don't know about that. It says type regular, and regular is the only option. So I'm not sure why they would put that on there. That's the same as the shipping option there. So you guys can remove some of the options. They have the little pop-up right here showing when people purchase something. That can be good. I have used it on some of my stores in the past, but I've also found some very angry customers resulting from that, basically saying, I didn't give you my permission to go ahead and, display my purchase on your website, so why are you doing that? So a lot of times it can kind of take away from the trust aspect on your store, but I'm not going to go too into that. So here's the scarcity, hurry up, sale ends in, and then they have the countdown timer. I don't know why they would include that as well as the only 26 items left in stock. I would honestly say pick one or the other, but don't include both. And then they have a trust badge right here. That's a pretty good trust badge. Just not sure how it looks right here with all this other spammy stuff. Their description's off to a pretty good start. I do like these product images. Some of them you can tell were taken from AliExpress, so I would throw some of these on Canva and add my own aspects to it and my own branding. But other than that, like, they're doing a good job telling a story, separating everything by paragraphs. They have the gifts, the product in use, the before and afters, how it works, effective and safe, how to use it, stuff like that. So I really do like this description, the way it's kind of laid out, but I would improve some of the actual like copywriting on here, as well as some of the actual images. There's too much going on at once in some of these. And then the package contents is pretty cool, but it could be organized a little bit better. Same picture you've seen everywhere else. And then they don't even have a review section, so it's one thing to not have any reviews, but it's another thing to not even have a review section. So I would add that on there. So honestly, what would I fix up on this page? I would add a review section. I would fix up some of the images, make it a little bit cleaner, less going on, less repeats. I would take away one of these scarcity aspects. I'm not sure which. Change some of the colors. Probably move that trust badge closer to the bottom or something, and maybe organize the title a little bit better and add my own branding, so you could say like micro market vacuum pore cleaner or something like that. So they're doing a decent job, but like I said, they could use a couple improvements on there. So by now, you guys should know exactly what makes a great product page and what makes a bad product page. If you guys found any value in this video whatsoever, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for plenty more to follow. I have 2 ecom resources linked in the description below. You're welcome to check out either one of those. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.